across the universe, it's Xander, and welcome to WWE 2K24 Universe Mode. Welcome back to TNA Wrestling. Welcome to the final episode of TNA before Slammiversary. And we are kicking things off with an 8-person tag team matchup. And out first, here come the Nemeth Bros to the ring. Nick and Ryan Nemeth heading down to the ring. Big tag team match for these two tonight. It's their first ever team. It's their first ever matchup as a tag team for Nick and Ryan. It's only their second ever matchup as a team. We saw them team up at Ring of Honor Final Battle a few weeks ago, and we are just 48 hours away from Nick Nemeth facing off in a big winner-take-all match. Against Matt Cardona for the Digital Media and Ring of Honor Television Championships. And the Nemeths tonight team up with another set of champions, because they team up first with one half of the TNA Tag Team Champions, Limitless Keith Lee. The man of the hour, Keith Lee. A raid boss of the ring with intelligence and power. He is one half of the TNA Tag Team Champions. He defends in a massive ladder match in just 48 hours time. Keith Lee is a former TNT champion and as well as being a former WWE United States champion. This is his first ever tag team title run. He makes his way to the ring, and of course his tag team partner, quite the dangerous fella, because his tag team partner is Chris Danger. Chris Danger storming down to the ring. Danger and Lee have that big ladder match. It's them, the Major Wrestling Gods, the Rascals, and ABC coming up at Slammiversary this weekend. And so they take on quite the quartet. As out first, here come the first three members of this team. Here come the Major Wrestling Gods of Matt Cardona, the Ring of Honor Television Champion, as well as Moose and Brian Myers. So the first three members of this matchup are heading in, and now you might be thinking, well, who is the fourth person teaming up with Major Wrestling Gods? Well, we'll get there when we get there. So, Hendry, can you tell what happened last night at the time I'm recording this? So, Cardona, Myers, and Moose. By the way, thank you to everyone who reached out and tagged me and stuff when Joe Hendry showed up on NXT in real life last night, or 2 nights ago at the time you're seeing this. Really means a lot that you guys associate me so much with him. There's plenty of stories I can tell about Joe in the real world from my limited interactions with him I've gotten to have. Ask me about it on a live stream sometime. But anyways, the Major Wrestling Gods make their way to the ring, and, well, to knock out all the questions at once, thanks to PC mods, which you can not get on console, from the amazing modder that is Joe Mashups, the Major Wrestling Gods are teaming up with their fourth member, Steph DeLander. We have got an intergender 4-on-4 tag team matchup. The indie goddess, the death match queen, has made her way to the ring. And here we go. Nemeth and Moose started out. Nick Nemeth and Moose starting out to be specific. As across the ring goes Nick Nemeth. Moose grabs onto him now, and Moose pulls him in. He lifts Nick Nemeth up. Nick Nemeth countering with some right hooks, knocking him back here. And now Nemeth runs in. Double leg takedown. Got to the head of Moose. Look at this lineup in this matchup. This is crazy to look at, quite honestly. As now Moose grabs onto Nick Nemeth, lifts him up, and Moose picks him up into hanging vertical suplex to Nemeth. Nemeth getting back up to his feet. Moose grabs onto him now, and Moose gets back up to his feet, up on his shoulders now. Nemeth answering back with some elbows. Nick Nemeth answers back now. Nemeth grabs onto Moose, throws him across the ring, into the corner. Big forearm into the corner. Takes him down, kicks him in the back. Nemeth getting Moose back up to his feet now. Nick Nemeth kicks him in the ribs into a chop. Nick Nemeth knocks him back, hits the ropes, and into another double leg takedown from Nick Nemeth. Moose is down now. Nemeth tags his brother Ryan. Now, Ryan Nemeth and Matt Cardona. Here we go. The Ring of Honor Television Champion Matt Cardona with a kick in the head. Turns over Ryan Nemeth. Now Cardona coming in. Goes for a knee strike. Ryan Nemeth out of the way. Ryan Nemeth. Crucifix takedown to Cardona. For the 1, 2, no. Kick out from Matt Cardona. Now Cardona turns him around. Matt Cardona. Punch to the back of Ryan Nemeth. Grabs a hold of him. Cardona rakes the back of Ryan Nemeth now. Nemeth turned around. Clothesline from Cardona. Tag is made to Myers. Brian Myers enters the mix now. Turns him over with a kick. Myers grabs onto Ryan Nemeth. Takes out the leg. Now Brian Myers flies in with a shoulder block. Taking him down. Myers grabs onto him and German suplex sends Ryan Nemeth across the ring. Into a cover now on Ryan Nemeth. Cover. No. Kick out from Nemeth. Brian Myers picks him up and dropping Ryan. Ryan goes down now, and Myers. Here we go. This is where it gets interesting. Tag is. Steph, you might want to rethink this. Delander, you might want to rethink this. Because Keith Lee is just absolutely dominating right now. He's 3 times her size. But she's the deathmatch queen for a reason, I suppose. Into the corner for a tag, countered by Steph Delander, and Steph Delander immediately shoved down by Lee. Keith Lee, what's he thinking here? Keith Lee. Tag is made to Chris Danger. That's Danger now circling. Delander with a knee into the face. And now Steph Delander takes her down. Steph. Knee into the leg of Danger. Steph Delander, she's no joke. She's a former Knockouts champion in her own right. As she grabs Chris Danger and knee to the face. Chris Danger, gets caught square in the face with that forearm. Delander kicking away at him and punches Danger in the face. Now Steph turning Nick Nemeth around, and Danger knocks her back, rolls her through. Cover on Steph. For the 1, no. Steph Delander kicks out at 1. Chris Danger went for a kick. Roundhouse from Steph Delander. Into a cover now on Chris Danger. Steph Delander for the 1, 2. Kick out from Chris. Chris Danger stays alive. Keith Lee knocks back Steph Delander. And now Delander grabs onto Danger. Steph Delander with Chris Danger towards the corner and headfirst into the turnbuckle. Tag is made to Moose. Now Steph Delander and Moose looking for a double team, double back, body drop to Chris Danger. Chris Danger is probably out of his element a little bit with Moose here. But that doesn't mean he's not going to try. He gets caught with a neck breaker immediately, though. Both men down. Danger now staggering, trying to get back to his feet. Nemeth in some trouble here is Nick Nemeth. Chris Danger trying to save Nick. And Chris Danger. Dives into the mosh pit. Moose taking out 3 different guys there. Danger getting picked back up to his feet now, and Moose with Chris Danger. Danger counters. Sends Moose towards the steps now, and Chris Danger back into the ring. Danger. Ryan Nemeth, DDT to Moose on the outside. As Ryan Nemeth now throws Moose into the steps. Referee at the count of 5. Moose is getting surrounded by Limitless Danger and the Nemeths. 7 count. 8 count. 9, and Danger decides he's going to break the count. Chris Danger now picking up the former TNA World Champion, and Danger taking Moose back towards the ring. Chris Danger throws Moose back into the ring. In comes Brian Myers. Danger pinned Brian Myers just a couple of weeks ago in that Fatal 4-Way matchup, and he looks to do so again tonight. He knocks him back, rolls him through with that knee strike. Cover. 1. No. Myers kicks out. Myers now gets caught. Taste of Danger from Chris into a cover. Chris Danger now cover. No. Matt Cardona with the save. Tag is made to Ryan Nemeth now. And Nemeth enters the mix here, and Ryan Nemeth coming in, and knee into the face, taking him down. He grabs on now to Brian Myers, getting him back up to his feet. Ryan Nemeth jabbing away at him, now countered. Hip toss there from Myers. Now Brian Myers. Knee into the arm of Ryan Nemeth, takes him down. Nemeth staggering back up to his feet. Ryan Nemeth caught and taken down by Brian Myers. Myers has got him down now, and Myers with Nemeth. Here we go, into the corner now. Brian Myers grabs onto him. Ryan Nemeth counters now, and Nemeth coming back in. Knee strike to Myers, takes him down. Into an elbow drop, taking him down again, and hits him with another one. And Brian Myers, no, almost was the victim to the Nemeth Heartstopper elbows. Oh, roster cut from to Ryan Nemeth. Covered by Brian Myers now. 1, 2, no. Chris Danger with the save. Now Myers grabs onto Danger, but Danger sends him out of the ring. Tag is made to Keith Lee. Keith Lee getting ready to make everyone bask in his glory. Good Lord! Takes out Brian Myers with that dive. Referee restarting the count now, and Keith Lee throws Brian Myers back into the ring. Keith Lee grabs a hold of Brian Myers now, and Keith Lee with a wicked pounce. And now the Nemeths and Chris Danger taking out the rest of the major wrestling gods. Brian Myers goes up and down with the Spirit Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Limitless Danger and the Nemeth Bros get the win. A very, very intense opening matchup there. In the end, Keith Lee, you can see there, Danger and the Nemeths knew exactly what to do. Your winners, Keith Lee, Chris Danger, Nick Nemeth, and Ryan Nemeth, on our first match on the final show before Slammiversary. Oh my God, backstage! Josh Alexander getting into an absolute fight here with Mike Santana. These two, of course, have their matchup coming up this weekend at Slammiversary. And they're just getting into an absolute brawl back here, and no one's back here to stop it. As Santana knocks him back, and Santana, sends him into that window. And Josh Alexander with a knee strike. Alexander, breaks him through that window. And Josh Alexander sending a message. All right, we're moving to some knockouts action coming up next, as here comes the TNA Knockouts champion. And once again, Joe Mashups, pun intended, knocks it out of the park. Because I believe this is the first time we're seeing the mod of her as well. Juggernaut Jordynne Grace making her way down to the ring. Jordynne Grace, the Knockouts champion this weekend, defends at Slammiversary against Kylan King. It's going to be a clash for the ages. But now tonight, Jordynne Grace is in some singles action. So, Jordynne Grace holds the championship. What championship entrance is that? I didn't realize that was a championship entrance. Oh, don't answer it in the comments. I'll just go look at it off stream. Or off screen. But Jordynne Grace, the Knockouts champ, makes her way to the ring. And she's going one-on-one. With one of the challengers for the Knockouts tag titles this weekend at Slammiversary, the leader of the Decay, Rosemary. Rosemary, Havoc, and Abaddon, the Decay, making their way down to the ring. So, Jordynne Grace and Rosemary, one-on-one. Here we go. What are you talking about? I didn't accidentally hit breakout. Jordynne Grace throws. Running shoulder block out of the gate from the Juggernaut. Now Rosemary with a bulldog taking her down. Jordynne Grace goes down now. Rosemary goes for a kick. Grace grabs her and sweeps the leg, taking her down. Jordynne with an elbow drop now, and Jordynne Grace grabs onto her and kicks out the leg of Rosemary. Grabs a hold of her now, getting her back up to her feet is Jordynne Grace. Right hook connects. Jordynne Grace kicking her now, punches her in the back. Grace grabs a hold of her again. Jordynne Grace with Rosemary. And look at the speed on display from Jordynne Grace. Just good lord. The speed from Jordynne, but Rosemary gets out of the way. And now Rosemary grabs onto her, and Rosemary biting the hand. Now Rosemary down in the ground and pound, punching away on Jordynne Grace, kicking to the ribs, taking her down now. Kicks her, turning her over here. Goes for another kick. And Jordynne Grace with a shoulder block. Grabs a hold of her, back to her feet now, and back into the ring. For the count of 6. Jordynne Grace follows her back in now, and Rosemary, bulldog again, taking down the Juggernaut. Jordynne Grace going down now. Rosemary grabs a hold of her. Rosemary with Jordynne of the ropes, ducks her. Rosemary now goes for a clothesline. Grace out of the way. Jordynne Grace, bulldog of her own, takes her down. Now Jordynne Grace firing away at her, grabs onto Rosemary. Jordynne Grace, big right hook connects. Of course, don't forget next week's episode of TNA is going to be the LS11 Season 6 season finale for TNA. Of course, this is the final episode before Slammiversary, so this episode kind of acts as the season finale in its own right, the go-home for Slammiversary. But next week is when things really start to heat up, but then 2 weeks from tonight, we have a premiering episode of TNA, which you might wonder what's that mean for LAW, LSWF, and ARW. Well, we either just won't have it that week, or it'll be a little delayed. Just kind of depends. As big discus clothesline there from Jordynne Grace. And now, Havoc and Jordynne Grace arguing with one another. As Havoc yelling at Jordynne. Jordynne Grace turns back around, grabs onto Rosemary, picks her back up, and Jordynne Grace into a clothesline, taking down Rosemary. Jordynne Grace now kicking to the back, taking her down, and goes for an elbow drop, nobody home. Now Rosemary with Jordynne Grace into the corner. Rosemary kicking to the ribs. Goes for her again. Jordynne Grace counters, puts her in the corner. Grace grabs onto her, and big clothesline there to Rosemary. Rosemary pulls herself into the corner now. Jordynne Grace grabs a hold of her. Grace knocked back with an elbow by Rosemary. Now Rosemary grabs onto her, throws Jordynne in off an exposed turnbuckle. I didn't even realize there was one exposed. Cover. Kick out, though, from Jordynne Grace. Rosemary grabs onto her and slams her off of it again. Jordynne Grace is down. Rosemary goes to the leg. And connects from Jordynne Grace, though. And Grace now grabs a hold of her, kicks her in the ribs. Jordynne Grace picks her up and powerbomb. Pulling her back in now. Jordynne Grace with Rosemary for the Juggernaut. Driver. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the Knockouts champion gets the victory. Jordynne Grace picks up the victory over Rosemary Knight. Big win there for the Knockouts champion, heading into her matchup in just a few nights' time. We still got plenty more coming up here on TNA. In 48 hours, I find myself defending the X Division Championship against 4 challengers at once. I have to survive and eliminate 4 men to keep the X Division Championship. I have to take down Jake something. I have to take down Alan Angels. I have to take down Speedball Mike Bailey. I have to take down Kushida. Of all those names, the one that sticks out to me most is you, Kushida. Many know our history already. Many know that you defeated me to become the New Japan IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And many know I have never forgotten that day. I have never forgotten the night that you took my championship from me. And now you have come here to try and do it again. But I simply will not allow it to happen. You will not take the X Division title from me. I will be the one to eliminate you. And just for good measure, Kushida, on Saturday, I'll save you for last. We've got some more singles action coming up next here on TNA, as here comes Kevin Knight to the ring. We saw Kevin Knight just a few weeks ago make his official debut. He was part of that big 8-man tag match to determine which 4 men would go on to Slammiversary. He was on the losing side of that one, of course, on that night. But now tonight, he's going to be taking on the monster that has arrived at TNA as of a few weeks ago. The man who is going to be facing off with PCO this weekend at Slammiversary. As here comes Hammerstone to the ring. Oh god, he's doing it again. Oh no, this is what he did to Mike Bennett a couple weeks ago. Hammerstone. Kevin Knight tries to fly at him, and Hammerstone taking him down. Hammerstone now deadlifts him, and Hammerstone power slam. Grabs the arm now, and Hammerstone taking out the arm. Down goes Kevin Knight. Picks him up now, and Hammerstone lifts him up and slams him down. Hammerstone now just running the ropes like an absolute beast in that ring. Hammerstone now belly to belly taking him down. Hammerstone grabs onto him, lifts him up, and Hammerstone Power slam again. Picks him up now. He's just absolutely dominating right now as Hammerstone. He lifts him up. He takes him down again. Good Lord. Hammerstone. This is just insane. German suplex. Gets him back up to his feet. Pulls him in. Taking him down with an overhead belly to belly again. And drops him again. Kevin Knight's not even moved in quite a while now. It's Hammerstone lifting him up. Hammerstone's got him. Whoa, Kevin Knight slipping out of it. And crossbody. Recover. No. Sent on the ropes now, and no, went for him. Hammerstone kicking the ribs of Kevin Knight now, and Hammerstone getting Knight back up to his feet. Hammerstone with an elbow strike, pulls him in. Hammerstone grabs onto him, gets him up, and jackhammer. And now Hammerstone for the exclamation point. He's got him up. He's got him down. And that is the Nightmare Pendulum. Hammerstone dominates his way to that victory. What a win there for Hammerstone. This guy scares me. This guy just scares me. Our main event's just a moment away, but folks, we've got a name declaring for the Reverse Battle Royal. I think you all need to see this one. It's been a while since I was signed to TNA. Been a few years since I was around here full time, but now Johnny Honor is gone. And Johnny Impact is back. That Reverse Battle Royal is calling my name. I'm gonna be one of the 8 men to get in that ring. I'm gonna send 6 other guys over the top rope, and I'm gonna pin whoever's left. And then come season 6, when it all begins again here in TNA, I'm going to do what I wanted to do the first time around, what I was destined to do the first time around, but was screwed out of time and time again by guys like the Bullet Club and Matt Cardona and all of his little buddies. I am going to be your TNA World Champion. It is officially main event time. This is the final main event before Slammiversary. As out first, here comes the self-proclaimed king of TNA. The gatekeeper of TNA, Frankie Kazarian, on his way down to the ring. A TNA veteran through and through. This time last year, he was winning the TNA X Division Championship from Steve Macklin, forming the Main Event Mafia and running the joint. Now he's the only member of the Main Event Mafia left. They broke up. They're gone. Samoa Joe's in AEW. Bobby Roode is in WWE, running NXT. James Storm is doing movies now here, and Jeff Jarrett is he's somewhere, and I'm glad that it ain't here. So, Frankie Kazarian tonight is the king of TNA. Gonna get a huge upset on the road to Slammiversary? Or is he gonna have to say his name?
Say his name and he appears.
Because you say his name and he appears. These people believe in the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry making his way down to the ring. Everyone here, they are waving their hands from side to side. They are saying they believe in Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry is just 48 hours away from defending that TNA World Championship against Mustafa Ali in what will be Ali's first TNA match in over 2 years. As it is Kazarian, it is Joe Hendry, it is our main event. Here we go. They lock up. Frankie Kazarian. Crucifix takedown on Hendry. Cover. Joe Hendry out at 1. Hendry getting back up to his feet. Kazarian pulls him in. Kazarian takes him down with a back body drop and a kip up. Into a leg drop across the chest of Joe Hendry. Hendry goes down now. Kazarian coming off the ropes, and Frankie Kazarian goes for a knee strike. Joe out of the way now, and Joe Hendry hits the ropes. Big knee strike taking down Kaz. Kazarian goes down now, and Joe Hendry tries to grab him. Frankie Kazarian scoops him up into air raid crash, takes him down. Hendry goes down now, and Frankie Kazarian. And Hendry get up. Kazarian went for him. Hendry countered. Joe Hendry to the top rope now, and Frankie Kazarian went for him. Countered. Hendry off the top. Flying clothesline, taking him down. Now Kaz into a drop kick, knocks him down. Hendry goes down now, and Kazarian getting him back up to his feet here. Frankie Kazarian comes off the ropes, drop kick into the back of Joe Hendry. Hendry goes down now, pulls him in. Hendry sent off the ropes, and spine buster from Frankie Kazarian into a cover, kick out from Joe. Joe Hendry getting back to his feet now, and Frankie Kazarian pulls him in. Kazarian putting Hendry in the ropes now, and Frankie Kazarian grabs a hold of him, forearm strike, choking out Hendry in the ropes. Hendry gets knocked back now, and now Joe Hendry caught by Kaz. Kazarian, imagine if he could knock off Joe Hendry here. What would that do for the career of Kazarian, who has been struggling ever since the end of the Main Event Mafia? Joe Hendry gets out of the way, and Joe Hendry pulls him in for Freak of Nature. Move dubbed that thanks to some history Joe Hendry has with Jim Cornette. No, but bet you never thought you'd hear me saying that name in the Ellis 11 universe. Ray, I'm sure you could imagine any time, but me, no. Hendry runs the ringside area and hits him with a jumping knee strike. Knocking back Kazarian now. Joe Hendry gets sent and taken down by Kazarian. Kazarian went for him now, and Joe Hendry punch into the head. Kazarian kicks Joe Hendry in the head. Hendry goes down now. Kazarian getting him back up to his feet, and Frankie Kazarian taking Hendry towards the ring post. Hendry counters, 6 count, knocks him back now, and Joe Hendry. Kazarian sends him back into the ring. Hendry now back up on the apron, 7 count. Joe Hendry. Oh, sent crashing to the floor by Kaz. 8 count, the TNA champ is down. He breaks the count at 9. Kazarian goes for him. Joe Hendry kicks him. Knee strike taking him down. Now Joe Hendry going for kicks, but a sweep of the leg taking down Joe Hendry. Frankie Kazarian gets him back up, and Kazarian with Hendry of the ropes. And Spanish fly from Frankie Kazarian into a cover on Hendry. 1, 2, kick out from Joe. Kazarian gets him back up to his feet, goes for a drop kick. Joe Hendry now grabs all of him, and Joe scoops him up. Look at this, Joe Hendry lifts him up overhead and drops him. Now Joe Hendry's got the arm of Frankie Kazarian and takes him down. Back up to his feet now, Joe Hendry. Jab to Kazarian, but Kazarian now goes back with a chop. Joe Hendry with a right hook. Kazarian now chopping him. Counter for counter here. These two going back and forth. Frankie Kazarian knocking him back. Joe Hendry and Kazarian answering each other chop for chop, strike for strike. Joe Hendry went for him. Kazarian knocking him back, and Kaz is getting the better of the TNA World Champion right now. But Joe Hendry with a forearm strike, and Hendry bounces him off the turnbuckle. Hendry now grabs onto Kaz, deadlift, powerbomb, taking him down. Joe Hendry getting these people behind him now. Hendry, no, dumped out of the ring by Kazarian. Kazarian taking him down now. Frankie Kazarian gets Joe Hendry back up to his feet. Frankie Kazarian with Joe taking him and slams him head first off the ring apron. Grabs a hold of him now, and Frankie Kazarian. Whoa, pleading with Hendry now. Kazarian grabs a hold of him. Hendry, wait a minute. Grabs a hold of him, and a punch into the head from Joe. Kazarian goes down now. Joe Hendry taking his opponent up now, and Hendry sends Kaz back into the ring. Joe Hendry pulls him back in, and Joe grabs a hold of Kazarian, and Joe Hendry with Kazarian up. Standing ovation into the cover. Joe Hendry for the 1, 2, 3. Joe Hendry with the win over Kazarian. Hendry picking up the victory there over Frankie Kazarian tonight. Hendry with that last burst of momentum he feels like he needs heading into Slammiversary. Joe Hendry taking out Kazarian tonight. Big win there for the TNA World Champion with just a few days left till Slammiversary. Oh, hold on a minute. James Drake and Zach Gibson surrounding the ring, and here comes James Drake. James Drake. No, Hendry out of the way, and Hendry grabs him. Standing ovation to James Drake. And now Zach Gibson going after the TNA champion, and Joe Hendry knocking him back too. Standing ovation. Hendry wiping out GYV. As Hendry dumping Zach Gibson out of the ring, and Joe Hendry, the TNA World Champ, knocking back the grizzled young vets. And Joe Hendry, clothesline, taking out James Drake, and Hendry looks right out at Zach Gibson and says, "You want to keep doing this?" As Hendry launches him at him. Oh, look out, look out, look out. Well, there's Mustafa Ali. Oh, Joe. It's not what it looks like. Look, I wasn't gonna hit you with the chair. Look. You're a very civil man, and so am I. Do you really want to do something so insane, something so manic, something so immature, like get into a brawl before Slammiversary? What? You think these people want to watch you punch me in the face or something? Well, actually, I think they do. Wait, no, Joe, we can talk about this. And Joe Hendry! Mustafa Ali's had the better of him for months. Mustafa Ali has had the better of Joe Hendry and the rest of the TNA locker room for months, and Joe Hendry has had enough of it, and these people are saying, "Keep getting him, Joe, keep hitting him." And Mustafa Ali trying to throw punches at the TNA World Champion, but Joe Hendry is just unloading on him. Hendry taking him down, and Joe Hendry standing ovation. Joe Hendry standing tall over the entire Mustafa Ali campaign tonight. The campaign has been cut a little short, and can Joe Hendry do that again at Slammiversary in 2 nights? We'll find out. Until next time, everybody, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.